Dharmabytes is brought to you by Free Buddhist Audio, the Dharma for your life. Our work is funded entirely by donations from our generous listeners. If you would like to help us keep this free, make a contribution at freebuddhistaudio.com/donate. Thank you, and happy listening.
O now, when the bardo of life upon me is dawning, abandoning idleness, there being no idleness in a devotee's life, entering into the reality undistractedly, listening, reflecting, and meditating, carrying on to the path knowledge of the true nature of appearances and of mind, may the Trikaya be realized. Once that the human form has been attained, may there be no time or opportunity in which to idle it away. So that's the verse that I want to talk about today, the bardo of life. It feels like the verse to perhaps focus on more than any other. And the whole verse, I mean, in a way, all 6 verses, but particularly this verse, is emphasizing the precious opportunity of being human. Paramabandhu referred to it, Akashamitra referred to it. It's a recurrent theme in the Dharma, and particularly in Tibetan Buddhism, to emphasize that this being human, having a human form, is an incredible opportunity. And I was thinking, well, do we think like that? Do we think that being born human is an incredible opportunity? I kind of think you have to sort of say, well, an opportunity for what? An opportunity for what? Because, I don't know, to think that this is an opportunity, you have to have some sort of vision in mind for what life is for, this human life is for. I guess religions throughout the ages have given us visions for what life is for. I think if you ask that question, what is life for, you're asking, as it were, from a perspective that is stepping outside of life and seeing life as having a bigger context, as being part of a bigger context. Because to have a meaning for something, you've got to have something bigger than what you're talking about. And I think that in a secular world, we don't have that bigger context. So life tends not to be for something on the whole, or if it is, you've got to find the meaning within life itself. It's like there's no context bigger than life. There's no vision bigger than life. The Bardo verses are trying to give a vision that's bigger than this life, and it's saying this life is just one segment in a vast, infinite context, and therefore it assumes a meaning. It assumes there is an opportunity to realize something more. And of course the vision is that there's a perspective, an understanding, a seeing of this life that we're constantly missing, a transcendental perspective that we're constantly missing. Moment to moment, we could be experiencing and interpreting our experience in a very, very different way. This life, this moment could be being experienced in a very different way. And normally we miss it. And the Buddha's saying, wake up, because this moment right now is a precious opportunity to gain liberation. So in a sense, you have to take on trust that there is a liberation to be gained, that there is a vision to be had, a perspective that would make sense of this life in a whole new way. If we don't have faith that that's true, then in a way Buddhism has nothing to tell us. Not really. I mean, you can do a bit of mindfulness practice and hopefully become a bit calmer and happier as a result. But in a sense, Buddhism doesn't have anything to tell us unless we take on trust, at least, or are open to the possibility that there is a whole different type of experience, a whole different way of perceiving reality, of perceiving ourselves, of perceiving the world, a whole different consciousness that is potentially our birthright, but that we keep missing.
We hope you enjoyed today's Dharma Bite. Please help us keep this free. Make a contribution at freebuddhistaudio.com/donate. And thank you.